Alright guys, happy Canada Day. It's Maddie and I today. Dylan's wife had their baby, however you want to say it. Beautiful baby girl, and we're so excited for him. And so he's kind of been a little incommunicado for a bit, which we totally understand. We've been there. We can't stop being awesome because they had a baby. So, yeah, so it's Canada Day, and we're just outside of Mary Lake, one of your average Huntsville rivers. It looked too choppy to kind of go out on Mary Lake so far, so we just decided to take it easy. This was kind of this is just an extra kind of video for us because we didn't want to be filming our whole Canada Day. We just wanted to kind of get the paddle out and talk to you guys, and yeah, so it's been an amazing weekend. Really hot, obviously. Everybody on this side of Ontario has been sweltering, but it's been a good heat. I don't think we've had a heat like this in a very long time. Last year was very wet, and yeah, so the water levels are down from last year, which is a good thing. And just been enjoying some family time up here. Went to Algonquin Outfitters. I always kind of go in there thinking I'm not going to buy anything. I'm always spending money on something. I'm like, no, I just won't be able to afford anything. But I just got talking to them, and they're very helpful. And they were just kind of, I was getting a knife for my son, and we'll show you the knife later that he kind of picked out. It was his first actual knife, and so it was neat to see how he is he's wanting to kind of do this stuff, which is great. And it's a good knife, and the people there, they know what they're talking about, which comes in handy. And we had a good opportunity to kind of tell them about Muskoka Bros and what we do. Matt and I have started running together with my sister, and those two, they run marathons. They do a lot of like cardio based kind of things that pushes them, and I've never really got into that, but kind of being up here and wanting to get into better shape, they are two of the best people to learn from, and it's been really nice. Kind of you just get into different talks about life and what they do to kind of stay in shape and stuff like that. What a gorgeous Canada Day. What time is it? About probably around 9? Yeah. 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna stop hogging the camera, and I'm gonna pass it back to Matt so he can, because the GoPros, I'm finding with the GoPros, the sound is crap. So just want to make sure that you all can hear what we're saying. So that's why we're both not kind of talking at the same time.
Hey guys, so now we get the camera back here, and all it took was almost tipping to do it. But that's okay. We don't hide too much from you guys. Just the really, really embarrassing stuff. But anyways, smoking hot, like David said. We had our little run this morning, and I don't want him to build me up like I'm an endurance athlete. I've taken about 2 years off, a knee injury. And even before that, I had done one marathon and a few halves. So, but I told David a pretty good joke though yesterday when we were running, and the joke is, how do you know if your friend has run a marathon? Oh, they'll tell you. So, so anyways, my wife and I like to get out there, and David's on a big time fitness wave right now, where he's just sort of changing his whole life, and I'm off the bandwagon for 2 years, so he's actually getting me back into it. So I've got 2 runs under my belt right now, and I'm not at the gym. My job's fairly labor intensive, but David's at the gym and everything as well. So I'm real proud of him for that, and just spurring us on, my wife and I, to get back at it. And I turned 40 yesterday, and I was saying to David, 2 years ago I felt like I could take on the world, and now I do feel my age. So I'm really getting introspective here, but I've got to get my health back under control, because my kids are getting pretty big now and they can outrun me and outplay me. So I grew up with a dad that could probably out athlete me until I was about 16. So that's kind of what I want for my kids, and just to be able to get out there with them. If we can't share this hobby with our wife and kids, we're just a bunch of dads taking off for the weekend. So so here we are. We're trying to film a hobby that we love and use this hobby to change our lives. Obviously we would love to turn this into a career. How fantastic would that be, to do Muskoka Bros for a living? But if that doesn't happen, that's fine, because at least we're getting out there and forming these bonds with each other and bonds with our family. And at the end of the day, that's all we can do. I was just saying to David, David's focused a lot on filming and stuff right now, so I'm just kind of farting around back here, and I cannot believe there's a decent wind right now, and I cannot believe how fast we are moving forward upstream with just me paddling. Now we don't have any packs in right now, but just so impressed with this boat.
Yeah, so we're still in the river here, but we're just about approaching our daughter's camp up here. It's called Camp Wajidawin. It's a part of MBC, and our daughters absolutely love going to this camp, and they have a blast every year. But this year, our sons are going for the first time, and I can speak for my son. He can barely zip up his pants by himself without my wife. So this will be interesting. This will be good for him though. I think he needs his independence, and he can kind of have that freedom of having to be responsible for himself. And I know Joshua is probably, he's a year older than Jesse, so he's that much more independent. But I think both our sons like their mums. Mums do everything for them and stuff like that. Dads kind of are a little tougher on them, which is a good thing. I think that's a good balance. But as you can see, I don't even know if I can show kids. I'm not weird, so my kids go here. So this is just kind of down by the water where they are. The camp's further up. As I said earlier, I went for a bit of a walk/run earlier, and I walked up to Wajidawin, not to the camp because you're not allowed in there. It was probably the most buggy walk I've ever been on. like just black flies just dive bobbing my head and stuff like that. My hair was a mess. Like, good thing I brought a comb and some hairspray and some gel, and I was fine by the end of it. Just kidding. But seriously. So yeah, that's Camp Wajidowin, and me personally, my dream job obviously is Muskoka Bros, but a close second is probably running my own kids camp and kind of being a good influence on kids and stuff like that, and kind of showing them that you don't have to be in front of a screen all the time. There's so much beauty all around us that we never really get to look up from our phones and our tablets and our computers and all this stuff. But our slogan is, you just got to get out there, and we're kind of living by that this year. Last year, Matt and I have always kind of done that, but this is the first year we've videotaped it and wanted to bring you guys along for the ride. So yeah, so this is just our little kind of Canada Day, being extra Canadian, out on a river in our beautiful canoe, our Swift Algonquin 15, and yeah. So we're gonna probably be heading home soon, but we're hopefully getting some more videos out to you guys, and yeah, so more to come.